can see right here, there was some major rain happening. And this is our news anchor, Sonia. Hello, Sonia. How are you?
Doing good. This is Sonia, Channel 11 News. Over the weekend, we got over 3 inches of rain. It was cold and cloudy. We went over to the Lake Preston School earlier today and interviewed Ashlyn about their music trip, and we asked her if the weather affected it. How would you rate your music trip, 1 through 10?
Solid 9. It was really hot.
Okay. What would you say the temperature was every day?
Really hot, like humid weather.
What was your favorite part about the trip?
Ooh, the play we went to was Greece, and it was pretty good.
Interesting. Okay, now we're going to switch over to our sports interviewer, Jan.
Hello, this is Jan from Channel 11 News, and today we are going to be interviewing a former Lake Preston boxer, Rhonda.
Rhonda.
Okay, Rhonda, I'm just going to ask you a few questions about your boxing career.
Sure.
Okay, so what was your favorite thing about boxing?
Oh, I could just really take a lot of aggression and anger out on my opponent.
Yep.
Kind of like that.
Okay, now what was your best move? Like, what move did you really
The roundhouse, that's how I got the nickname.
Oh.
Roundhouse.
Roundhouse Rhonda. It all's making sense here.
Yes.
Woo. Can you explain that move to us?
Well, it's just a very,
upside down move?
No, it's just where you take your fist and you just really
Hit him hard.
give them a roundhouse.
Okay, now, did you have a fear about this sport? Like, what was your biggest fear?
Well, my biggest fear was losing a fight, which I never did.
That would be that would be a fear.
Yeah.
Well, we really appreciate your time about talking about boxing, Rhonda. And
Thank you.
Congratulations on all your accomplishments.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, it's
Channel
been-
11. Back to you, Sonia.
Today, September 25th, something very tragic happened in Badger, South Dakota. An F5 tornado swang through and destroyed the entire town. Luckily, there was no one killed, but because everyone went to the church to take shelter, to prepare for the terrible storm. Back to you, Jan. Around 11, the Lake Preston marching band went outside to practice marching. They were going down the street playing Hello, I Love You, and everyone was outside watching the lady who weighs trucks at the Lake Preston elevator. Due to the rain, she fell down the stairs and was severely injured. The whole high school witnessed this terrible accident. So Mr. Casper is offering counseling to those who witnessed this.
Here we are at the Lake Preston elevator, looking at the scene where the woman fell. Doesn't look pretty.
That Lake Preston marching band was just marching down this street. They started at the school or down Main Street. A lot of people like to come out and watch this because they don't have very many meets. Well, the lady who weighs in trucks here, her daughter is in marching band, so she came out to watch her. Well, due to all the rain and the slippery ground and everything, she was just, gonna walk out here and get a video. All of a sudden, she fell, smacked down, and got severely injured. Also was a boxer. She is super tough. So everybody was worried and wanted to take her to the emergency room, but she said, no, I don't roll like that. So here she is, already back at work. This is Jan from Channel 11 News, and today we've got a cross-country runner from Lake Preston, and this girl's been involved in this sport for 4 years now. That just shows commitment right there. This is Julia Falsetta, and
Okay.
I'm going to interview and ask you a couple questions about your cross-country year, season, and how it's going. So my first question for you is, your last meet, where was that at?
Del Rapids.
Del Rapids. What's the course like there?
Sucks. There's a lot of hills and it was very hot outside. It was just a very hard run all around. It's very intense and the finish is actually going up a hill.
Wow.
I just think that's kind of rude, but that's how it goes.
How many girls were there? Was there a lot of teams there, or?
Quite a few teams, yes, but a lot of people ran junior high,
Oh, so they did junior high, JV, and
Junior
varsity?
high, JV, and varsity, and they only do that at about 2 meets we go to, so
That gets
that
to
was
be a
kinda
long
nice.
day.
Still had to run JV, but just what the sport entails.
Yeah. So, how is your team doing this year so far?
Everyone's doing fairly good.
I heard you guys had a Taco John's Athlete of the Week, right?
Yep, Rhett McMasters, he's actually our team captain.
Good.
Pretty good little
And
runner.
he's only a freshman?
He's a freshman, yes.
Kid's having a hell of a year. So, yeah, that wraps up for Rhett McMasters cross country season. So, I'm just curious, when is your guys' next meet at?
This coming Wednesday in Coleman Golf Course.
Well, let's hope it's not, the course ain't all wet and gross because of all this rain we have gotten.
Yeah, I hope not.
Well, Julia, we all wish you a good luck on the rest of your cross country season, and thank you for letting us interview you today. Take it easy, bud.
Bulldogs played Coleman last Friday night, and they just got swirled, let me tell you.
That's what it was looking like for these Smith Bulldogs.
I'm Olivia and I work here at the Lake Preston Elevator. And we're just going to go through of some closing prices of our grain today. Corn closed at $2.79.
Okay, so what? Like
$2.79 per bushel.
oh, bushel.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep. And soybeans closed at $8.71 per bushel. Oats, $2.35 a bushel. Spring wheat closed at $6.04, and that's if the protein is 14. Then we've got winter wheat that closed at $4.44, and that is if the protein is 12.
Okay, so
Now, if the protein goes up, then you get actually more money on top of these prices. And if the protein goes down, you actually lose money on these prices.
very interesting. So who determines these prices?
Oli does.
Lake Preston Elevator. They say that Mike Tolzien is their top producer. Dream meets reality. And he says a good production attracts new land opportunities and the chances to farm. Mike Tolzien.